Hey there! In today's video, I talk with Lance Houck of Danville Music, located here in the Bay Area in California. I want to give a special thanks to Lance for hanging out for an additional 2 hours after he worked his full shift, just to talk with me and give me a tour of the facility. It's a great space and we had a great conversation, so thank you, Lance. If you guys are in the Bay Area or near Danville at all, definitely stop into Danville Music. They've got a great selection of PRS, of Duesenberg, they're a Fender dealer now. They've got a great selection of everything, so definitely check them out. All of their details will be in the description box below, so you can check out their website. If you're not in the area, you can see what they've got. They ship everywhere. So without further ado, here is my interview with Lance Houck and Danville Music.
What was that anyway?
It's the Leopold episode of Bugs Bunny.
So I'm Lance Houck. I work at Danville Music. Yeah, I just do retail here. We'll kind of do a bit of everything, not just selling guitars, but we'll do setups, we'll change strings, we'll rent a bunch of band instruments. Even though I've been here just a little over a year, it already feels like home and it already feels like my family, so it's a special place. Yeah. We had this thing going for a while where we would play one song on loop for an hour to just see, if we could handle it. So yeah, this is the main room. This is where all the action happens. All kinds of different brands here. Some Duesenbergs on the top. The Duesenberg tremolo system is amazing. Just like a Bixby, but it stays in tune way better. You don't have to worry about that hook thing. It just goes straight through. Awesome. Bunch of Fender. Like I said, we're a new Fender dealer. This is the one I was talking about, that $500 Squire that I bought, J Mascis. I'm telling you, if you're watching this video, this is one of the best guitars for the buck you can possibly get. I've probably been around music and playing music almost ever since I was born. Been playing guitar since I was 10, played in a lot of different bands. Yeah, one big thing that kind of happened in 2018 was I submitted a song to the Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and my song got played randomly, which was a big surprise. Yeah, I didn't even know till like 2 in the morning, and they didn't tell me or anything, which, if they're watching this, hey, you still owe me money.
We should link it.
Yeah. So this is the original case from the shop that was across the way there, 1989 Danville Music, and all the products were in this case. Then when they move over to this other location, now you're starting to see some different guitar brands, things like that. And then when we moved over here, and especially when Cameron and Adam kind of stepped in and took that business model on, and what they have done, like what you see here and the special vibe that you get from this place, a lot of that is because of them and because of how they brought in PRS and Sir and some of these big name companies. So it's pretty amazing. And I tell them that all the time, I'm like, man, what you guys have done is amazing, and they're like, oh shucks. But I'm like, no, seriously, like this is a really special place and there's a lot of love here, and it's a family. So yeah, it's not your typical music store, that's for sure. And then we move into what I call the Hall of PRSs. This is a real special room where we've got all the core models and above, some wood library as well. And a lot of people are like, what is a tent top, And a tent top basically is something like this, where you have all the flames going in the same direction. There's no real blemishes or anything like that. There's no splotches. Now, if you look at something like this, you can see like right here, right there, it's not really all going in the same direction. sometimes with those type of stores that are smaller, people will just kind of assume that, they're always marking up the price or something like that. And the interesting thing here is we're just doing MAP. So we're just doing the same as Guitar Center, Sweetwater, everywhere out there. And so that's not different. The price is the same. The price is the same as all these big companies. But really what sets it apart is just, again, just caring. It's really a simple thing, but just really every single person that comes to the door, every single person that you come into contact with, that you just really care. And then another thing too is, just doing simple things like simple adjustments. So if someone buys a guitar here, we're going to do those adjustments for you for as long as you own that guitar. So that's that. So now we move on to the wall of tailors. We have all kinds too. So you've got 1 series, 2 series, then you've got the GS Minis, one of the great bang for your buck. But we also have a lot of other stuff that you might not see anywhere else. Something like that. That's a catch guitar, small run. They're not going to make a lot of them.
Do you have any personal favorites that are in the store currently?
I've already bought like 3 Fenders since I've been here, so that tells you how that's going. Nashville Player Plus Telly, awesome. That I just bought one of those, and that is like super nice.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite amps of all time, Rocker Verb 50. Oh yeah, baby.
I got to play this one when I picked up my Les Paul.
I probably told you about
you plugged
it.
me into it.
It just, I looked at Orange and I was like, okay, like high gain stuff, rock and roll. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get good cleans, wrong. Like this thing does it all. There's beautiful cleans. Oh yeah, the new NF53, also the Miles Kennedy, both of those. I was playing those up against American Professional 2s for the Tellys, like this puppy right here. And I could not believe how awesome they sound. And maybe it's just me because I like a little meat, but wow. The new, NF53 from PRS is great. And if someone's like, well, it's not a true Telly, you can't get true Telly tone, don't listen to them. That's not true at all. That thing rocks. Right, you probably saw that above. Yeah, so I don't know why I passed over that. Shoot. Yeah, this is the champagne room. Yeah, so, and it's got a nice little sign there. And sometimes it's hard to explain that to people what that is, but, I just say it's the fancy room, It's,
yeah, like champagne.
Yeah, there's fancy stuff in there.
Do you have any upcoming events or workshops or anything like that?
The Hump Day Hoedown is really fun, and it's sort of open mic a little bit, but we just have a kind of a house band, and people can get up and sing and play along and whatever. So a lot of people that are customers here that come, regulars that come here all the time, they'll come over and play and sing with us and stuff like that. And so that's a lot of fun, because even like people that just take lessons here regularly, they become part of this family. And so we see them all the time, we talk to them all the time, they'll buy stuff sometimes. So there is really a community here. And then also, different things in the community, like with schools, things like that, or galas, or things that are for a good cause. Other various things. A lot of times if people have other events that are going on, like symphony stuff, school stuff, we'll have that on our tables and on our boards and stuff like that. So always trying to be supportive of, what's going on in the community around us. And because that community is a big part of this community. I can't remember a time working where I felt so fulfilled. I love when, like I said, when we sell someone an instrument, you can just see the joy on their face. You can just see that this is going to be a huge moment for them. I love when other people get passionate about the instruments as much as I do. We'll be talking for probably too long, and the other guys will be like, listen, we got other people here, I love the culture they create here. I love the vibe, it doesn't take very long to realize, like I've said a bunch, that it's a special place, and it's not like your typical music shop.